Hello and welcome to Feeding on Jesus International, where we believe that through the power of the gospel of Jesus Christ, we can feed and nourish the hungry.
Let the embrace of grace restore all that you have lost. Beloved, aside from knowing and navigating the times in the world out there, there is also another important lesson that we can learn from Acts chapter 20. This can be found in what happened to the young man named Eutychus. Acts chapter 20 verse 9 to 12. And in a window sat a certain young man named Eutychus, who was sinking into a deep sleep. He was overcome by sleep, and as Paul continued speaking, he fell down from the third story and was taken up dead. But Paul went down, fell on him, and embracing him said, "Do not trouble yourself, for his life is in him." And when he had come up, had broken bread and eaten, and talked a long while, even till daybreak, he departed. And they brought the young man in alive, and they were not a little comforted. And they were not a little comforted. Acts chapter 20 verses 9 to 8. Acts chapter 20 verses 9 to 12. Eutychus in Greek means fortunate, well-fated, successful. And he was a young man, a picture of our young people today. We are told that Eutychus sat in a window, depicting how many of us, especially the younger generations, are sitting on the fence today, listening to the word preached, yet being distracted by the world around us, be it the chaos that is unfolding or the promises of the world. As a result of this lack of focus and attention, Eutychus was overcome by sleep. As Paul continued speaking, he fell down from the third story and was taken up dead. Now, this is a serious indictment. When we lose sight of the truth of Paul's teachings, like Eutychus, we will fall from the place of grace, resulting in a loss of our soul prosperity, our sense of good success and fortune, and even death in certain areas of our lives. Hence, it is imperative that we, as a church and personally in our lives, get off the fence and be fully rooted in the gospel of grace. But Paul went down, fell on him, and embracing him said, "Do not trouble yourselves, for his life is in him." In performing this miracle of raising Eutychus from the dead, Paul is showing us that though we may have fallen from grace or have lost our soul prosperity, our Lord Jesus is so kind, he's so good and faithful to come down to where we are to pick us up. And with a warm embrace filled with his grace, he brings back to life the areas where we have experienced death or loss. Finally, Acts chapter 20 verse 12 tells us that they were not a little comforted, meaning they were very much comforted.